Hello, my creative friends. Jessica Sanders here of colormecreativeart.com. Welcome to my channel. So today we are painting another galaxy in my galaxy challenge, and I wanted to test out these Jane Davenport Glitz C colors. I've been really excited about these, and I thought they would be fun to try for a galaxy, and I was really surprised by my results. I ended up using only 2 colors to paint this galaxy, and they're just such rich, beautiful pigments. I was just like blown away by the depth and the color that I achieved. So I used actually Ariel, which is a red violet, kind of a cool red, or you could call it a warm violet. Either one of those terms would apply to it. If you want the pigment information, it's on Jane Davenport's website, which is really great. It's really nice to have that information so you can really compare your watercolors. So I used Ariel, the red violet, and I used Nereid, which is sort of a Prussian blue color. It's a cool dark blue, and when they mixed together, it was just magical. I mean, I am just in love with this color that comes from mixing these 2 paints together. It is just deep and luscious and wonderful. As you can see in the painting, look at that. And they mix beautifully in the palette. They mix beautifully on the paper. So I hope, if nothing else, if you've got these glitzy watercolors, or if you have a red violet and a Prussian blue in your palette, that you will try this mix, because it is just to die for. I just love it. All right, so let's talk about this galaxy. So as you can see, I mixed the paint on the palette and on the paper, and I did a lot of dropping wet into wet, and adding that blue really created that dark shadowy effect that I wanted. As always, I'm trying to achieve a really high contrast, have really bright light colors and really dark colors, and putting those next to each other to create that drama really I just really love doing that. I really think it creates a painting that is stunning and beautiful. So as you can see, I had to create more layers. The paints do dry lighter than when you put them on. You saw how dark they were when they're wet, but then they dry a little lighter. And also, the more water you add, then the lighter they will dry. So you may want to try using a thicker mixture of paint and with less water if you want it to dry darker. But I had a lot of water on mine, so it dried quite light. So you may notice also in the color mixing, in some places I have more of the red paint, more Ariel. In some places I have more of the blue paint, and that creates just a variation in the color. So I get that sort of a burgundy color when I have more of the red, and when I have more of the blue, I have a deep dark purple. It's kind of a neutral purple when it's mixed together, and I really like it. And when I'm painting galaxies, I like to start at the edges with a really deep dark color and then soften it a lot. So I just go back, I put down the dark color, then I go back to the water, rinse my brush a little, pick up more water, and touch those edges and soften them so that I have nice soft edges. Occasionally I do want the hard edges next to the white, especially just a little bit, because it creates that sort of silver lining effect that you think about when you see light shining behind clouds. And I mean, what is a galaxy in space but it's light and darkness, and you really want to see that light shining. So I try and do that a lot when I'm painting it. I try to change my composition up a little bit this time. I noticed I've been painting sort of that always a diagonal kind of composition. This one is still diagonal, but I have a couple of lighter, brighter spaces. And I also like to drop in water drops to create those spaces where maybe there will be stars. So now I let it dry once again, and I really liked the depth of color I had with this. So I took my Hydrus ink and a fan brush, and I did not dilute the hydrus very much at all. My fan brush, I dampened it and then I dried it and then I tapped it off. The fan brush is my favorite way to add stars. It's really easy. The only trick is to make sure you don't pick up too much of that white paint, because then you'll get really big drops and you don't want that. I added a little bit of stars and lines with my Posca pen. I kind of, after the fact, wish I hadn't done that, but I did it, and you know, we live and learn. This little galaxy sort of reminds me of a butterfly, and I think that's kind of fun. So I hope you have enjoyed this painting. I hope you've enjoyed seeing Jane's glitzy palette, at least those two colors, Ariel and Nereid, in action. And let me know in the comments below what you think. And if you want to see more and hear more of these types of videos, that would be fantastic. Just let me know. I need to know what you want. That way I know what to put here. Don't forget to leave me that thumbs up and to leave your comments below. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, that would be fantastic if you did that. So click the subscribe, hit that bell if you want to be notified of when I have new videos coming up. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.